are listening to NUFC Talk Radio, the voice of the Toon Army, live daily on the website, on YouTube,
on DAB,
and on every online radio directory.
NUFC Talk,
the voice of the Toon Army.
Hello everyone, welcome to NUFC Talk. We are live with the instant match reaction. Wow. What can you say? What can you say? What a capitulation. Newcastle we are an emotional team. That's it. We are an emotional team. We don't have control of our emotions. I'm not gonna go on the route that because this could be like, look, these players want to sack the manager. It's plain and simple. How they play in the second half, I don't believe that. I don't think that. But if you want to be, have a dirty mind, you could think that after tonight's performance because it was so unbelievably good. It was so unbelievably good that I can't fathom how we just gave up on the game. We gave it up. It must have been. I mean, I don't want to say it was a decision, literally made, but so for some reason we crumbled emotionally. We did. I don't know why and how, but this team has been an emotional team all season. We gave up leads at the end of the game. Another penalty at the end of the first half. It was a penalty. And thinking about it objectively, it is a penalty. I think that our non-call was a little bit less of a penalty, but it could have been called anyway. But it didn't. And that's not the end of the world if it doesn't get called. But that's not even as crazy as it sounds. Is getting eliminated, giving up a goal at the end of the first half. That's the least of our problems, the least of our concerns. Because how do we give up on a game so important like this? Defensive mistakes that didn't just start in the second half, by the way. In the first half, there were some mistakes that were just unbelievable. That second goal, how did that come about? Amin by himself, just scoring. How did that happen? Even the first goal, we were attacking, wide open, counterattack, split us quickly. My prophecy came to light. You go out there and try to play football against Barcelona, you're going to play football, but you might not like the way it ends. And I hope we don't like the way it ends. Some people, I don't know about fans anymore. Fans are, they just, well, why are you so angry? What's going on? Well, why are you not, what, 7-2 is the scoreline. 7-2, 8-3. So let's keep that in mind. There is a difference between quality in Barcelona and Newcastle United, no doubt about it. But it ain't 5-goal difference. I know that. I want to know, some of the people say it's a Farmers League. Well, the Farmers League team beat us 7-2. In a Farmers League, they play. On the other hand, I hope that Win is never going to speak about money for the next, a week or so. I'm just going to give you a week, I'm not going to be mean, but I hope you're not going to speak of money. I hope you're not going to speak of wages, because that has nothing to do with tonight. Nothing to do with tonight. Our players, I'm going to blame the players. I don't think Eddie Howe, people are calling Eddie Howe now out. What's Eddie Howe going to do with these rubbish plays by some of these players? What's he going to do? I mean, wages has nothing to do with it. These players get paid a lot of money. To lose 5-goal difference? I'm sorry, but that's not the difference. That's not it. That's not it. That is not it. So I don't know where to go from here other than Newcastle need to annihilate the Mackhams on Sunday. Because if they barely win 1-0, just barely winning, that's not even going to get it done. And I don't even think how you really, batter, as you guys say it over there, the Mackhams on the weekend. I don't see how. Based on what? Based on what? We're an emotional team. We can score. We can do all of that. But what makes anybody believe that we're going to win the game? That we're going to finish how we start. How? Anyways, call us now and have your say, folks. 0191-916-8864. The phone line is open for all fans to have their say. Uncensored opinions here on NUFC Talk about Newcastle United.
Censored, no language.
Well, no bad language. Richie is calling us now. Richie, what's up, mate?
Hello, mate. I'm gutted, literally gutted. But once again, first half in particular, the referee again. How many times you got to say this? It's an absolute and utter joke. Without even the ref being the 12th man for them, they would have battered away anyway. But it's getting beyond a joke. It's getting beyond a joke. It's how many times is it happening?
But
too often. But like I say, you cannot blame the referee for the 7-2.
The referee scored 5 goals tonight, man. So take out the penalty. 4 goals.
No, hold on. J7 got booked for next to nothing. And they didn't get booked at all. No, man. It's beyond a joke. It's spoiling the game, man. It's getting to the point now, right, where I'm honestly, genuinely not bothered about watching football anymore. Do you know that? I'm sick of it. Literally. It's a joke. And it's how many times though? It's getting beyond a joke, man. On the flip side, we played very well on the first half. In my opinion, very good. Second half were just literally down tools. The effort was just non-existent. Second half.
I appreciate that honesty.
Eddie should have made changes much faster. By the way, brought Asula on way before. Like Gordon just had zero, no effort, none.
Well,
absolute joke.
Gordon missing 2 sitters. No, but don't worry. We won't talk about that win. We're gonna we're gonna continue the narrative. We will not speak. That's the part I forgot, by the way. I'm not gonna speak about Gordon. Him missing 2 sitters. I'm not gonna do that.
Hold on. What were the 2 sitters?
I will just mention that we should have played with the proper center forward that we had on the bench, Guatemala. That's the one part that was missing. Just to push the ball in. By the way. So that's it. But I appreciate Richie's honesty, because you said something very inflammatory there. But I appreciate your honesty. You said that in the second half the players down tools. There's no more a bigger accusation in football than a player down tooling. So, I mean, do you actually believe that? Because you have everything, every bit of, every bit to say that, to be honest with you. Because the way we played was just dross. I couldn't believe it.
Well, we did. We're down tooled in the second half. That's exactly what happened. And Dan Byrne was utter crap. Absolute terrible. He shouldn't have been on by the end of the game. He should have been well off. Absolute crap. Useless. Total useless. It was embarrassing. That's what it was. Embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But what can you do? It is one of them things. It's so frustrating though, watching us getting yellow cards and them getting out. It's beyond it's honestly so frustrating. I'm sick of it, like I really am. And I'm not blaming the ref that we lost, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. And it was a soft pen. I would have given the pen, didn't get us wrong, but it was a soft pen. It's a soft pen.
Yeah, that's a fair point. When do you want to say something? How do you want to justify it? Do you want to keep justifying this or what?
I don't know if we're on an Anthony Gordon hunt yet again, but it's irrelevant.
No, I said I don't want to. I agree with you. I'm gonna agree with your narrative and not speak about Gordon. Let's just not speak of him missing out the whole game, going MIA. So
listen, the second half in particular, he down tools like he did. I can't remember who it was where he was sitting on his butt.
Man City.
Just
City.
That game. I can't remember which one it was now. Was it Everton, possibly?
Right, there you go.
Man City in the cup.
Man City in the cup, then. Yeah. There you go, on that one. Yeah. That one.
I mean, it's unbelievable, man.
It was embarrassing.
It's joke.
Absolutely embarrassing.
Well, right, first of all, he wasn't even getting the ball in the second half.
But you never used that.
Harrington. He wasn't getting the ball in the second half, but did Asula get the ball in the second half? He got it plenty when he come on. The effort in him, the effort from him was unbelievable. He's not very good, but at least he gives it 100%.
This dude, he never I have never seen you use that he doesn't get the service with Voltamata. But with Gordon, he didn't get the service, the poor guy.
The bottom line is, well, what? Destroyed in 5 minutes. Just 10 minutes, just before the game, just after
not because of Barcelona's quality, but because something dodgy happened there.
Because the defenders
didn't
have a clue what to do. They didn't have a clue what to do.
No, but that's not just the defenders.
You're right. They didn't have a clue. None of them had a clue. None of them.
They were passing to each other.
It's all different team in the second half. It was embarrassing. We looked as though our blinking second division team. Absolute crap.
I don't think they're down tools. I think they were just like rabbits in the
They did down tools. They did. It's exactly what happened.
But why?
The down tools. There was no effort. None. Zero. Absolute crap. And you know what else? And I blame blinking Eddie. Why wasn't he on the touchline going mental with him? Why is he sitting on his butt? Do you know? I don't get it. Why wasn't he on that touchline going wild with him?
That's it.
What's he doing? Sitting in the little, sitting doing, do you know? It bugs me, man. It honestly does. Winds me up.
I agree with you 100%. You know why? Because fans in the stands are going absolutely mental, spending all that money that they going over there. Nobody told them to go, but they went. Fans at home losing their minds. Players looking rubbish. And you're looking at the manager on his knees, writing stuff down in his little pad that we're trying to figure out what he's writing on there. If he's ever going to finish the book, let us know so we can at least take a look. Because you want to grab him by the head and shake him real hard and say, wake up, man. Do something about this team.
Can you tell me any other manager that would have just sat in the dugout and not got up and went mental with that team on that second half performance? Because I can't think of one. I can't think of one.
All I'm saying, Win, is something's got to give, mate. Because if it isn't the manager, and I started this by not blaming the manager, but at some point, if they're not doing what you're telling them to, you have to be going mental on the sidelines. I don't care. But
you do exactly what you've got to do. And why didn't he bring the Sula on way beforehand when you can see that Gordon's just down-tooled 100%, zero effort, none? Yeah. Why didn't he do? It wouldn't have mattered, to be fair. We're going to get battered anyway, but you've still got to make these changes, man.
Not like
you've got to do it.
It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been like this. It should have been just like the first half. You know what? You lose. They're better than you. More quality than you. Perfect. They beat you. With a goal, with a penalty, they beat you, but not like this, man. Because this is you gave up on it, and there's nothing that can save you from that. Thank you, Tamao, or Thomas. I'm just gonna call you Tom. Says fuera means out. Eddie out. Chris knows what that means. What a disgrace, says Tom there. Thank you very much, mate. Richie, thank you for calling us, buddy. Go calm down, man. Drink some water.
No worries.
Oh, Boki says, is this Richie coming on to my side? Richie, are you coming on to the dark side, mate?
I'm saying no. I'm too angry to even make a judgment on that. I'm too angry.
My client pleads the fifth. Ladies and gentlemen, my client pleads the fifth right now.
Take care, lads.
Richie, take care, buddy. Have a good one. Yes, Rich. Call us now and have your say, folks. I see somebody from North Shields giving us a call. So try again. Give us a call. I know the phone line was knackered there for a second, but listen, people, I want to have their say. We got to be quick with it. We got to be quick with the conversations. Chris from London now. Chris, getting in, man. What's up?
I don't know what to think, mate. Like, my mate, I couldn't really watch the match because I was busy. So my mate was keeping me like up to date with what was going on. And God blimey, I don't know, mate. It's like anything they could have done wrong in the first half to give themselves to concede goals, they kind of did it. Because Trippier, he was out of place so many times. I don't think he knows where he is. He might need a rocking chair somewhere in the corner at his age now. But Byrne, yeah, he made up for a few mistakes he made in the first half. But Chris, if you go in for a half-time team talk knowing that, yeah, obviously Trippier's given away a penalty, it's stupid to grab hold of someone's arm. But when you come out at half-time, when you do that,
well, he
I'm
probably
sorry.
thought they can do it and get away
a bit
with
of paper. You wanted to know what he was writing, right, Chris, on that bit of paper. That better be his P45 resignation, mate. He has systematically embarrassed this club in front of the whole world. If you wanted an advertisement of why to come to Newcastle, this definitely wasn't the match for it.
First half was.
Wow.
Hey, mate, if you can't G up your players at half-time to come out and perform, I'm sorry, you're done. What's there to play for now?
I'll be perfectly honest. If I'd been Eddie Howe at half-time, I would have said I would have said very little. I would have just said more of the same, lads.
Engwin, don't get me wrong. I'm beyond upset on this. The fact is, I'm not willing to argue a debate with anybody at the moment. I'm just willing to accept that one or two things have to happen. He has to resign, or he has to change his back staff. All of them. Because the fact is, it's showing wherever they're training them, wherever they're trying to teach them, these players, I don't want to say the word because obviously I know you're not allowed to swear on radio. You know, Eddie had this thing called the no D head policy for players. Players that wanted to get up and fight and do this and do that. I saw quite a lot of it in the first half, mate. Elanga, I think for me, he's the only shining grace for today.
Elanga was the man of the match.
Like to see him actually finally turn up.
Yeah.
That was
by the
brilliant.
way,
and then it did look like we were really up for the game. But in the second half, I don't know what was said. And I don't know what these players are thinking, because we've seen it plenty of times, Chris, in seasons gone by, where they will literally look at a result and think, well, we're already losing. What's the point in trying?
Let me tell you something. If you're a Newcastle United fan and you're defending this crap, you're not a Newcastle.
I'm not defending any of it.
No, I'm not talking to you.
I can't defend any of it, because the fact is, anybody that's a happy clapper or anything like that, all you have to do, get up tomorrow morning and watch this match.
No, don't do that.
And as the last guy said, Richie, we don't agree on much, but when your manager sits there like a numpty, doesn't complain, doesn't shout from the sideline, doesn't tell players to get in position. The reason why our defence was so terrible is because there was no one calling them out for how bad they were.
Right, there you go.
No one calling over the captain saying, restructure, get back in line.
Well, to be honest, that was lacking, and I don't know what the post-match. What he said in the post-match,
the players have to take accountability, Chris, but at the same time, there's lack of leadership in that team.
I mean,
as well as on the bench.
I mean, it was just I don't know. I don't know. You're trying to find a reasonable. Listen, I can tell you, based on what you're watching, based on everything that you watch, I can say, you know what, the players wanted to sack Eddie Howe tonight. That's as simple as that.
Do you know what, mate?
It's that simple.
Based on what I watched, I generally thought Steve Bruce was
I don't
back.
want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. So I'm trying to find another reason of why we let them score.
Win. Chris, I've only got one question for Win before I carry on talking with you.
Last one.
Win, do you think the CEO is that daft that after today, his promise of all this, we're going to be a top team, we're going to be this, we're going to be that by 2030, do you think he might come out of a statement and re-say that this ain't happening?
Well, he's no.
Because I guarantee you, somebody from our owner watched this match.
Right, well, there's no chance at all that that's going to happen, regardless what you want, regardless what anyone.
So you think Yasser Al-Ramrin didn't watch today's match? Watch us get slapped around like we are in public embarrassment to Newcastle United, and he ain't going to say nothing.
I think they're more thinking about they're an embarrassment to PIF.
Because the fact is, tonight win has damaged the image in the eyes of European football of Newcastle United.
Has it?
Yeah, it has shown that even if we fight in the first half, we will turn over in the second half, put our belly up, and just lie there and take it.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the thing. Chris, thank you for calling, mate. A lot of people are trying to call.
No, that's fine, mate. Like I said, I'm trying to stay composed because the fact is I'm really angry. Like the first half, I was happy. I thought, maybe we've got a chance, get an early goal, start pushing and pushing. But for the whole team, including the manager, to sit like wombles and just watch Barcelona play football, no, it's too much, mate.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, Chris, thank you for calling, mate. Have a good day.
All right. Have a good evening, lads.
See you, Chris.
Call us and have your say, folks. 0191-916-8864. Listen,
the bottom line
I thought we had a great game. I thought in the first half we had the best game I've seen Newcastle play in the last 5 years because of the caliber of team that we were playing against. But how we gave it up? You're talking about Newcastle gave up 3 goals in 10 minutes. I'm sorry, but the only reason is grim. It's grim. The reasons are grim, man.
In the second half,
look, if I want to be a bad guy, I'm literally thinking I want to, but I don't want to believe that. So what other reason can there be?
It's pure
Well, you can
rubbish,
say that.
because why
But
why would the players well in the first half then?
Exactly, but why? So what's the explanation on it? There's nothing. None of there
I've
just
got
isn't.
no idea what the explanation is. All
Andy
I know
Bell.
is that every player was as bad in the second half as they all were against the Mackhams at Joker Park.
They don't play there no more, but they play in the stadium of crap. Andy Bell, what's up, mate?
Oh, lads. Well, that's the biggest collapse I've seen since Blythe Power Station got blown up years ago. Well, first off, look at the facts. 2 slips for the first goal. A free header that gets knocked down, that puts us on the back foot. I just cannot believe that Wynn's sitting there defending Anthony Gordon.
Ooh.
I mean, mate, I'm sorry. I've been quite civil with you, but if you definitely need to go and get checked if you can defend him.
This is rubbish.
Look at the game. When we went top against Barca in both legs, right? Their top players, Rafinha and Yamal. Okay, Yamal was marked out of the game, granted, with Lewis Hall the first game. Today, even when we won top, their wingers got involved. They contributed. Other than Alanga scoring 2 tap-ins, one he scuffs, his first one, I'm just watching the replay now, he nearly hits it straight at the goalkeeper. It's only because he scuffs it, it bounces and it goes over the top of the goalkeeper. The second one's a tap-in. He got in behind the right back twice. The rest of the time, he either kicked the ball out for a throw-in when he was trying to run the defender down the line, or his touch was like an elephant. He gave the ball back to Barcelona. Like, is Eddie not identifying that we need it? You've got to keep the ball. When you're not attacking Barcelona, you've got to keep the ball, because if you don't keep the ball, all you're doing is inviting pressure against yourself. And then we've just proved tonight we can't defend.
Thank you, Darren Mills, for the super chat. This has damaged our name in world football. What a kicking. Well, listen, when you don't want to admit to that for some reason, maybe you live in your little world, but people in Afghanistan right now, if they got TV, if they're allowed to, they would be watching the Champions League, watching Barcelona, and they're like, you know what? What the heck? Who them black and white? Because they are absolute rubbish. That's just the way it goes. You didn't get any fans, I tell you.
If they watch the second half, they watch the first half as well, and they were saying, who are these in black and white?
Yeah, okay. Go on, Andy. Sorry, man.
Sorry. Yet again, Harvey Barnes again gets an assist. An England player. He'll probably get overlooked for Gordon again. Yeah. Lewis Hall did more attacking football than Anthony Gordon did. And I'll be honest, in the second half, there was a period just before they scored their first goal in the second half where we couldn't get out. We kept giving the ball away. And there was an opportunity to press, and Jacob Ramsey signaled to Joe Linton to press. And Joe Linton looked at him and put his head down. And I looked and I was like, the writing's on the wall here. But I did not expect that. I kind of expected us to kind of sit in a little bit and do what we did against Chelsea. I did not expect what happened there. There was at least 4 players. Dan Burn, honestly, I was getting to the point where I felt uncomfortable for him. I thought he was going to walk over to the bench and say, look, mate, to Eddie, look, mate, I'm having a stinker here. Do me a favour and take me off? Because he was that bad. And I don't mean goals-wise, and the immediate mistakes for goals. Look at the goal Yamal does a dummy at the halfway line. Dan Burn comes out like he's Beckenbauer, comes out into midfield. Yamal does a 1-2 step, plays the ball through Rafinha, a goal. Because he's left the space where Rafinha runs into, Thiao's got no chance. He's got Lewandowski on his left-hand side. All Rafinha's done is run into the space that Dan Burns ran out of. It's great wanting to put the press onto the midfield. Great. You've got to do it organised, and that's exactly the same for the first goal. He tries to play the offside. He's the one that plays them on the side. It's got to be done in tandem. He was throwing his hands up for the first goal, but ultimately he's the one to blame.
Well, I think he's throwing his hands up because everybody was supposed to go with him and mark them in.
Yes, but the goal would never have happened if he wasn't the one to drop off and play.
He was also tasked.
Rafinha knocks the ball back by a header. He's the player on side that knocks. They're trying to play the offside, the defence win. Come on, you know that. Dan Burns, the one that
their
asks
second
them
goal
to
was
drop in.
virtually a
He's the
carpet.
only one that doesn't listen.
Their second goal was virtually.
He's the only one that drops in. He's the only one that drops in and plays them onside. So ultimately, he's made the mistake to play the player onside. Yes, when the ball's knocked back in, other players need to be alert to what's going on, and the player should never be knocking the ball in unmarked,
Exactly.
of course. But that just highlights 4 or 5 different areas where we've got to improve defensively. There's 4 or 5 players within
different
4 yards
errors.
when he puts the
Not
ball
areas.
in. Surely
Errors.
one of them's got to pick them up.
Yeah. Well, Andy, you made a lot of sense, man. You made a lot of sense, especially about Gordon, you know. And listen, to be fair,
What were the 2 sitters that Gordon missed? Gordon's XG the day.
The two say what you oh my God, XG. You see what I'm saying?
He missed a sitter at the front post where the ball's playing into the front post.
How boring.
There was in the first half, Anthony Gordon. The second one, I'm not too sure which Chris is on about. I've not seen the second one, so it's busy changing the pen. But I did hear the cheers.
How people destroy the game of football, man. Talking about, let me go look at his XG. Fucking hell, man. This is unbelievable.
But I will say one thing. One thing you do need before a derby game is a big kick up the bum to say, look, you might be playing in the Champions League, but you've got a derby day on Sunday. Don't rest on your morals. Don't think that you're big shots, because trust us, if you think you're low now, you'll be a lot lower on Sunday if you lose to Sunderland. And Eddie will be under pressure if he gets beat convincingly on Sunday. And I don't care what anybody says. You cannot be getting conceded. We're only the second team in Champions League history from England to concede 7 goals in a game. As much as Barca can do that at anybody at home, you can't have a first half like that and be competitive and then capitulate like that and then lose a derby.
Very good. Andy, thank you for calling, mate. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys. All the best.
Yeah, have a good one. Folks, give us a call and have your say. 0191-916-8864. Newcastle United, knackered.
We are knackered.
Eliminated from the Champions League in a very, very depleting way. Ilanga did good, but I'll tell you what, though, that first goal by Ilanga, he got it just on time, because he got lucky on that one, because he would have waited, and a half a second later, he would have let that go too far, and he would have been criticized, of course. But he did score 2 of them, really good goals. But that's where Newcastle were in it. Newcastle were in the mix.
In it all the way.
I don't understand it. We give it all away on purpose, man. On purpose. Warren, what's up, Warren? What's up?
What's up, Doc?
We
bit
are
of a bad one, and you know it is. But having said that, seen all the supporters when they were there in the square. Whoa, man!
Yeah, I feel bad.
If we had a team that could actually deliver what we do off the pitch in terms of the support we've got, would be unbeatable. We need a team that can equal the support that we give. I mean, I was disappointed with what you said. No, proper fans, like when Barcelona were jumping up and doing.
They were, man. They were. Boy, that's a proper atmosphere there, man. But I mean, they were happy.
You didn't support the opposition, mate. No.
I wasn't supporting.
You support them.
What are you talking about, man?
Them 3,000 black and whites.
Of course.
That were like, you know what I mean?
I wanted Newcastle to win, but I wasn't supporting. I was just acknowledging. Wow, look at that atmosphere. You can acknowledge that. Listen, the game was going and boring.
It would be like if we were beating Barcelona 7-2.
Oh, who said anything about St. James?
I'll tell you
what do you have to compare? I just mentioned that.
I'll tell you what, like most supporters deserve a bigger stadium than what they've got.
No doubt about it. Just like we need just like a Camp Nou.
With 60, 70,000.
Just like
Camp Nou. We would fill that stadium, man. If we can take 10,000 away, they're not even going to the game.
We need a stadium just like
the new. Imagine what we could fill.
We need the Camp Nou, but over there in the I don't know, the Apple Camp Nou, the Apple St. James's Park or something. We need to have that over there in the same size as well, proper stadium. I tell you what, man, when the first kickoff, you see the lights, and it's intimidating, man. So that the players did good in the first half. Second half, it was just unbelievable. See, this is the thing. Tiny lad. All Chris does is wait for a chance to pull the manager apart. He's a disgrace. I literally have come on the show here not wanting to blame Eddie Howe. So, and you're gonna say that about me
Well, I've
tonight?
never said you blamed Eddie.
No, I'm talking about this. No, I'm talking about Tyne Lad.
All I had to go use was just one of your comments. I know you were going off it.
I was saying I was talking to Tyne Lad.
You know what I mean? It was just what I picked up on. It was saying, look at them proper fans, and I got a little bit angst. You know what I mean? I thought, yeah, you can't say that. You didn't stop picking up their support. You know what I mean? When the I
wasn't comparing them to anybody.
6-2, 7-2 because I mean, our place would be bouncing twice as much.
I never said they wouldn't. So why are you being defensive? I never said he wouldn't. I just acknowledged then they were bouncing up and down. I thought that was cool.
I just said that I picked up on what you said. That's all. Even if it was in anger.
But Warren,
I'm not saying that other than I didn't like it.
Warren, never mind.
I didn't agree with
Warren, never mind me, because it's easy to talk about me, right? But what about the 7-2 defeat tonight?
I don't think it's that easy to talk about you.
No, I got some. Listen, I got stalkers in the chat. Steve, one of them out there. All he does is talk about me. He wakes up thinking about me, the poor lad. But I'm married already, so I don't know what he gives.
You know what I mean? I'll talk your face, mate. You know what I mean?
No, but what happened
we'll
tonight?
Have a laugh and we'll have great divides.
What happened tonight?
You know what I mean? We'll shake hands. You know what I mean? Have a drink. And that's it, man.
That's all honky-dory, but you're avoiding the question. What happened tonight? I know you want to change the subject, but you can't because it's 7-2.
Oh, yeah, we're gone.
7-2, 8-3 in
what happened tonight? I can't say the word. It's something like copulate. I can't say that word for some reason. But you know, when you explode from the inside, I think that's the word.
Yeah. Cheers, Darren Mills. Thank you for the super chat, buddy.
Darren
Appreciate
Mills
it. What's our top man?
Top man.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know why? Because he's a proper supporter and he realizes, you know what I mean? It's just not all about, like, you know what I mean, winning. No. It's about the whole thing.
I'm
you know
sorry.
What I mean?
I'm sorry.
Before the game, you know what I mean? The camaraderie.
No.
It's the whole thing, man.
No, man.
It's the whole thing.
No. I'm so sorry.
If you can bottle a feeling, you get.
But it's
when
easy.
You do get a win.
But
the thing about it's amazing.
What's that? The thing about
we haven't had enough of it this season.
No. What's that?
But
you are listen.
What?
You can say whatever you want. What? We don't have enough. You can say all of that in any other game. Tonight, the players gave up.
What do you want us to think, Clark?
No, I don't want
you. Do you want us to read the phone?
I want to talk to you about football. You know what I mean? That's it. I want to talk to you about football.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So,
but
you can't blame not having.
Not that word. I can't say that word.
No, listen. You can't talk about.
It got to the point where we got overrun, and it was. Do you know what it is? It was Trippier's fault because he proper knocked it up forward just before half time. If he hadn't left him alone and he had scored, fair enough. But no, he gets a yellow card because he's too bloody slow.
See, Foxy has a message for you, right? That's the definition of loser's mentality. That needs to change if we ever want to be elite. And I agree, because you're talking about it's not all about winning. Nobody's talking about winning or even, eliminating Barcelona for that matter. We're talking about just continue to fight. The fight was gone to the point when Wynn hasn't said a word, more than 5 words this whole show. He is destroyed. Everybody's destroyed.
I kind of condone that. Yeah, I kind of condone that. And then, but at the same time, it was the deflation, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Everybody was up for it. All thought we had stood a chance. And then it all got taken away and they were just deflated. And
there was 5 defenders in the first half.
That's something I would do. If I was on the pitch, I'd still be fighting. I'd still be biting. But
that's it.
At the same time, you can understand.
No,
you
but
know what I mean?
You can't understand that. What's up? You can't say I understand.
Well, what else can you do? Do you want to just sack them all?
No, sack
them all.
No,
right?
but you.
The manager
I'm talking to you, right? Listen. I'm talking to you. You should condemn this as a fan. You should say, "What the heck is going?" Like Richie did. He's a happy clapper, but he was going mental because he couldn't understand why this team capitulated like we did. You can't say I understand. You can't say I understand.
Ever the optimistic Geordie, I've got to just accept it.
Well, we're all going to have to accept it, no doubt about it. We're going to have to accept. Everybody's going to have to accept it.
You know,
what I'm saying, does anybody know why?
And we got beat, and we got maybe humiliated, and you know what I mean. And that's probably the worst part. But for 3 halves of the 2
matches,
of the 2 matches, we played really well. We're only 1 half away from having a really good, you know what I mean, really good result.
Anyway, what's up? Thank you for calling, buddy. I appreciate you. A lot of people trying to give a call now.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm not crying. You know what I mean?
No, that's fine. Listen, you got to cope with it how you want to.
I'm living for the next day, man. And if that's Sunderland getting beat 4-0, then I'll be happy again.
The thing about it is that's all the happy clappers say is, don't worry, next game we're gonna make it up, and it just doesn't happen. But anyway, Waza, thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Right, I'm gonna go. See you later.
Bye. Take care, buddy. Take care.
See you.
Call now and have your say, folks. 0191-916-8864. NUFC Talk Live here. Only 36 minutes of a show yet, and it feels like it's been for an hour for me or 2. I mean, it's a lot of people are saying there's a lot of crying, whinging.
Like commentating.
I mean, it was over in 10 minutes, and I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. And I mean, it'll be interesting to know what Eddie Howe has to say after the game. You know, I'm sure we might bring it up tomorrow because something has to happen. You know, I mean, losing like that is not. It can't be acceptable by anybody. You know, that's what we're like. We understand. No, there's no understanding this crap.
You know, the question from you was, what went wrong in the second half? And I defy anybody to answer that question, because it wasn't one thing that went wrong. It was multiple things that went wrong. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And how did that happen? I have got no idea how we could turn from the team who put in the first half performance into the team that put in the second half performance. That's not down to a manager's decision. That's not down to one player having a bad game. That's not down to the referee. That's not down to Barcelona suddenly upping their game. It's a combination of the whole lot, and how it could occur on such a catastrophic scale, that's a question that needs to be asked. Because it was just, as you say, completely unacceptable.
I can answer that, Win. I think I've got an answer for that.
Paul from Pompey calling. Paul, how are you?
Hey, Paul.
Hi, lads. Gutted, obviously, but yeah, I've got an answer for it. Why we capitulated. We're a team of runners, and we can't play 3 games a week. It's as simple as that. Eddie Howe football cannot manage 3 games in a week. We can do 45.
Your reason.
45 minutes.
So your reason for the second half capitulation is that all 11 players ran out of steam.
But they can. They've got the energy. They can do it for 45 minutes. You know, then they're knackered.
Well, because Barcelona are playing football. They put the ball in play. They think. They pass the ball.
Yeah,
look at that goal.
They play possession football. Possession football.
No, listen. That goal where Tonali is there, because of the way we play, Tonali is like, no way he's going to pass it that quick. One touch to the other guy that ended up being by himself. I forgot his name now. I think it was, Lewandowski, I think it must have been, or maybe Fermin Lopez. You know, and as soon as whoever was the 10 there got the ball, he immediately passed that ball, leaving him wide open. I think it was Fermin Lopez, that 51st goal at the 51st minute. Because they think,
because they've got technically gifted players, and we've just got a bunch of athletes. Well, not all of them. Lewis Hall being one, Tonali being another, Bruno being another. Other than that, who have we got that's technically gifted?
But how can Lewis Hall...
The rest are athletes.
How can Lewis Hall turn from the player he was in the first half, when he was doing everything that's good about what Lewis Hall does, to the player in the second half, where he's beating himself in the corner,
Because he's knackered. Because he's knackered. Who's he got to cover him? Who has he got to cover him?
He was still making runs.
And how many games has he played? How many He's just literally not been back from injury that long, and he's just got to play every minute of every game and be expected to do everything. And he's created more from a left back than anyone in the midfield is. It's ridiculous. All the wingers are.
I agree, but I don't
we're
think
a joke.
running out of steam. I don't think running out of steam is the reason that Lewis Hall second half performance went to pot.
Well, it's
he's probably looking around thinking, what have I got to do playing with all this? Excuse my French. Do you know what I mean? He's looking around thinking, what the hell's this?
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe that's the case. He was by himself too. I mean, even if he's got the energy, what about everybody else? I mean, Byrne was unbelievably shocking, and I thought Byrne was a hero in the first half, blocking that play against Lewandowski.
He did block. He blocked in the first half. He made an amazing block.
But it was just unbelievable.
Chow was terrible. Chow
goal
literally had one leg.
The fifth goal direct
kept falling over.
What was Gino doing marking Lewandowski? It was crazy, man.
No, yeah, on that header by himself, it was just insane.
And
he wasn't by himself. Gino was there, but why was Gino
doing
instead of Byrne or Chow?
A penalty.
Well, that's what it means when by himself, because he can't guard him. So I mean,
in the first half, it was the real dagger to the heart and completely knackered us. Was Trippier's the penalty? He was never getting there. He was never getting there. He didn't need to hold his arm. He must know that's going to get looked at. The ball's like 4 yards in front of him. He's not making that. Even if he doesn't touch him, he's not making that ball. And he's just. Well, he's lucky not to be red carded.
They got away with it in the first half. I'll get away with it now.
Yeah, but that's not the way to think, though.
Yeah, but Ilanga's one was. There was 6-1 after that.
That was a dodgy one as well, and I think that could have been a penalty. That could have been a penalty as well. Vendetta, hey Paul, we gotta let you go, mate. Thank you, mate, for calling us.
No worries.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Super Jaded from Vendetta. We nearly already fold in the second half. Today is a part of a bigger pattern. Most away games this season have left us asking the questions Win just asked, says Vendetta. Thank you, mate. Yeah. Appreciate it. By the way, we got more. We got worse news now. Somebody would say, Foxy, RG Fox, turn your TV off, mate. Craig Hope, Eddie Howe is saying that Eddie Howe is saying that Tonali is in doubt for the derby on Sunday with a hip groin problem. So we're more knackered than we were before. RG Fox, are you there, mate?
Not so bad. We've got a lesson in football today.
Well, no, actually, I got a bone to pick with you. I got a bone to pick with you because you're in the chat.
Sorry, say again.
I got a bone to pick with you because I got to start. One of your comments on here says, "Wingers, we had a good go, man." You know that's not true. You know that's not true, man.
No. I listen. I thought we did have a good go in the first half, but then we were taught a lesson in football. And as I said to you when we were watching the game, he's a 25-year-old Ben. I'm nearly 60-year-old. I said, if Barcelona step off us, they'll win the game. They don't even need to change. They don't even need to change formation. All they have to do is step back off us and pass the ball, and that's all they did. Not a problem. They didn't even challenge for balls in the midfield. All they did was went, okay, step off, second ball, pick up, bing, 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 bosh, gone. We were taught a football lesson by a fantastic team.
By a proper team.
Aye. And everybody's saying, Eddie, whatever. It doesn't matter, man. Watch the game back tomorrow and see what they do just by stepping off and picking up the ball.
I mean, Listen, man, you can have hope for the Mackham game, but I don't
No,
know. I don't know why.
on Sunday it'll be different. So it'll be very different there on Sunday, Chris.
Are you kidding me?
We've picked up and we've dropped off. You know what I mean? But believe me, they'll come here with some. They'll get to Newcastle with some balls, man, and try and do something without a shadow of a doubt. Because a derby is a derby,
of course,
and you can never ever put your money on a derby and say this is what the result's going to be.
And if you
think you never know.
And if you think that this game has no bearing on Sunday, you are knackered. These players know.
No,
it does. No, I'm not talking about you, Ashington. I'm talking to win here.
This game's got a big bearing on Sunday. The thing is, Newcastle will not play like that second half on Sunday. No.
Of course, it has
Newcastle will be together.
Of course, it does.
I would love it to have a bearing. I would love Sunderland to say, "Oh, look, Barcelona." All they did was step off and let Newcastle come at them. No. And then they beat them. Sunderland haven't got Barcelona. If they step off, they'll get slammed.
You're doing your coping mechanism, man. That you leave that for your own. That's your psychological coping memechanism. The weight on these players. The weight on these players' shoulders.
The thing is, they are the win. You think in that football, and you think Sunderland are going to follow the Barcelona recipe and be able to deliver it like. They're never going to be able to deliver that,
of course,
that's the point I'm making, RG.
No, the thing about it's a derby. Derbies don't care about how you're getting there. If you're in a good run, bad run, it doesn't matter. It's a derby, right?
Correct.
So
today's has got no bearing on it.
But it does, because the weight on these people, on these players' shoulders for that game, they have to win and beat the Mackhams. There's no other choice about it. They have to.
You know, Chris, sometimes what people say, you have to, never happens, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They have to.
Don't get us wrong.
The Mackhams don't have to win away.
We, in my heart, in my mind, we need to beat them. You know what I mean? We need to beat them on Sunday.
And let me tell you
but it doesn't always happen, like.
Of course, but that's the problem.
You know what I mean? We can say what we want now. But the people on the pitch make the decisions to win or lose. That's that. And if you think that what we did today will affect Sunday's results, I think definitely not.
Yeah, right. RG, thank you, man. Appreciate you very much for calling all the way from Washington. And
all the best, kid. I get your cowboy hat back on.
Lovely.
Win. I gotta ask you one question. Get yourself a turkey for some teeth and some hair, son.
See you later, man. Take care. Bye.
Yeah.
RG Fox there, ladies and gents. Give us a call. People, the phone line is chucking. They're giving us, we got to do one at a time. So give us a call now. Now that RG is going, we're going to read the comments because there's a lot of comments as well coming through. And, it's just a very, very tough loss tonight. But I do believe that the weight on these guys, because on their shoulders to perform against the Mackhams. The Mackhams have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. They go out there. They know that they can not win. They'll draw. They'll try to make our life impossible, a misery. And Newcastle has all the pressure, man. I don't even think 1-0 is going to get it done. We got somebody new calling us now. What is your name, bud?
Chris. It's Chris. Long time no speak. Geordie guy living in Dublin. So I'll give you a quick ring, see how you're getting on.
Oh, is this Chris Radem?
That's the man.
There you go. That's why I got an elephant's memory, man. I got an elephant's memory. I remember everything. Chris, what's up, mate? How you doing?
Yeah, I had to ring up after watching that. I just need to talk to someone after that match. What the hell happened in the second half?
You tell me. I ain't got a clue.
That's all season. I was over for the game last weekend. The Everton game, and it was the exact same. They come out in the second half and they just literally, it's like you as a team talk, get the players in, goes, lads, just drop back and let the other team attack. I don't know. It just happens. It's happened so many times this season. I have no idea what happens in the second half. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. And I tell you now, if we don't turn up this weekend against the Mackhams, see if we get beat 2-3-0, Eddie Howe needs to seriously think about his position.
Right, there you go.
Because I love Eddie Howe, but like it's been too frustrating. There's been so many crazy in-game changes, putting players in square pegs, round holes, all that kind of setup with some positional players. Some substitutions have been questionable. His timing of substitutions is questionable. He has two sides of him when he picks a team. Sometimes we're on the front foot, and then over some we switch to the back line and we allow teams to play, and it happens too often for me, and no one can put a finger on it, and I don't think he can, and I think he's losing some of the players as well at times.
I don't know about losing the players, because, like I say, if I'd been Eddie Howe given that half-time team talk, I would have said very little. I would have just said more of the same, lads. Go out and do it again, and we'll win this game.
Yeah, but we were losing, so you would expect, to get him really going again. I don't think Eddie is again. I don't want to blame Eddie Howe, because after this crap, it's mainly on the play. What did Eddie Howe do wrong tonight? Maybe where the changes could have been, but this game was over in 10 minutes. What was Osula getting on earlier going to do? No, the fact is, the matter should have been playing, Chris. I agree with you on that. Well, you didn't say that, but.
No, but like you brought Trippier off. I get that. That made sense, because I think your man was getting exposed a lot down the right side, and his legs were probably going. It was clearly a pen because he pulled your man, but your man wasn't good. Richarlison was never. Sorry, what do you call him? Rafinha was never getting that. Secondly, I just think he should just went in the room and goes, lads, keep it up, keep going at them. They're not liking us. They got the back line as dodgy as ours. Just keep going. We'll get something. I would have started Asula, because I hated Asula at the very start in the first leg. He was a nightmare. He was a handful. Yeah, he's erratic. He's rash. But he keeps going. And I think Gordon, I don't know what the hell Gordon offered. Did Gordon touch the ball about 2 or 3 times in that first half?
Ask Wynn. He'll tell you. He'll explain everything that happened with Gordon tonight. Go on, Gordon. Go on.
What was he doing then? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Again, it just when Newcastle have a bad game, automatically the fingers get pointed at Anthony Gordon.
How?
Gordon,
but no.
Anthony Gordon was not one single reason.
No. He missed 2 sitters, right?
In the second half, he didn't.
He missed 2 sitters, but we'll forget about that. My man Chris here, living in Ireland, he's a Geordie, by the way. If you didn't know, a proper Geordie, he goes to games every now and then when he can. He literally spoke very eloquently. He didn't mention Gordon once until the very last word. So what are you on about?
Well, that's all I'm saying.
I
don't think Asula starting that game instead of Anthony Gordon would have made any difference. For a start, I don't think we would have had as good a first half.
Why is he not giving Walter Marder a shout? Why is he not putting Walter Marder up top as a number 9? He's not a midfielder. He's not a number 10. He needs to be targeted. Why don't we put Gordon as a 10, Barnes on the left, Ilang on the right, put Tonali and fucking Tonali and Ramsey in the middle, and play on the counter, and then put the pace around him, what he gets for Germany. Everybody says that. Why the hell we're not playing 2-3-1?
He doesn't like
Walter Marder's the target man.
He doesn't like
because
him.
Walter Marder cannot currently handle the pressure.
Well,
I don't know.
This is criminal,
I don't know.
Man. This is just insane, dude.
But how many goals did he score?
For 23 games. After his little patch at the start.
And he scored more goals than any other centre forward did. Properly, I'm talking about, not stack pattern with penalties.
Yeah.
And then he never scored for 12, so we changed it and started getting results.
His legs went.
And you're wanting to put a guy that scored his second goal in open play in the last, freaking almost a year, man. So what are you talking about?
Yes.
That's not an excuse. That's not a reason, I'm sorry.
And Paul Ramsdale's probably getting the cost for all them goals, but he's been revelation.
Ramsdale, a lot of people, Ramsdale.
Well,
a lot of people asking in the chat what happened to
Ramsdale's fault.
None of them at all. No. Frustrating.
A lot of people blaming Ramsdale,
very
but
frustrating.
Ramsdale was just, listen, man. He was the plumber on the Titanic tonight, man. There was nothing. at some point he just had to start swimming, get a lifesaver and start swimming, man. But poor guy tried to, plug a hole, plug another one. He was knackered tonight, man.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the priority. The priority this summer for our goal, lads, I know you need to move on. The priority this summer is a goalkeeper and then a number 9. And then probably a few more players. We're going to replace some retired players like Trippier and Kraft and that. But yeah, I feel for the new manager this summer.
Yeah, there you go. Chris, thank you for calling, buddy. Appreciate it. Call us again.
Summer.
Call us again, mate. Call us again.
Go on. All the best, lads.
Pleasure.
You, and I hope you win in the weekend. Take care. Lovely talking to you again, all right? Take care, lads.
Yeah, lovely.
Top Black, Chris, man. Top Black. Call us now. Last call available for somebody out there who wants to have a say. And then we're going to go to the chat because we got a lot of star comments. I don't want them to go away. A lot of you have commented really good. Actually, let's get started with them, actually. Meanwhile, we do got a call here. Rockstar. Calling. Rockstar, what's up, man?
How we doing?
We are knackered.
Well, that was awful. We are knackered. We know if any of these players that we've got want to play Champions League football next season, then they should all step up now. This is the time to step up, go the rest of the season and get Champions League football for next season. And if they want to go in the summer, let them go. But at least they've got us there. Because that's what they need to do.
That's what they need to do.
Make it right.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
they had the chance. They had the chance tonight against the best team. Well, not the best team. They're not that good. They're good at passing.
Well, they're good though, man. They're good. Come on.
They're good at passing and get in open space. But what playing here? 5-a-side? I don't know.
They're better than us. I know that for sure.
Well, they're one of the best teams in Europe.
Well, they're good, man.
Not that good. They're not that good. Because they let goals in.
Well, listen.
We opened them up. We opened them up in the first half. Chris.
Well, exactly. We were doing a good job.
We were defending in the first half. We opened them up. So we can play football as well.
Of course.
We can play football as well.
Of course.
We proved that in the first half.
100%.
Our defending was shocking.
It was shocking.
Team selection was shocking. But at the end of the day, if them players want to step it up or they want to play for Champions League football next season, they go for the rest of this season and they go for it, mind. And they win every game. Every game.
Ooh.
Right, there you go.
Get in, man. Get in. I mean, that's listen, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
If that's what they want, if that's what them players want, the players that want to go to the bigger teams, well, you didn't show it, did you? If
the second half, they didn't.
Dino wants to go to Man City, he didn't show it tonight, did he?
No, they'll be having second thoughts watching that performance, I tell you.
Well, them players have got to step up now.
One swallow doesn't make a summer.
And win every game. That's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do with Newcastle United. Them 10,000 fans went over there. They should play for them. Play for the fucking fans. Sorry to swear.
Oh, language.
End up. I'm done.
Lovely, Steve, man. Steve, thank you very much, man. That was amazing. Because a lot of people are angry right now, man. A lot of people are angry. You gotta respect what's going on right now. Luca, thank you for the super chat. There says we're the most inconsistent team ever played. We're the most inconsistent team
ever played
the game. Thank you very much, Luca. You know why someone having a poor game? Why not take them off? Fair question, to be honest. From why? Thank you, buddy. And Mark Thorpe is just sending in a super chat there with no text. Thank you very much, Mark Thorpe. Steve, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Cool down, man. Cool doon, man.
Oh, need bother.
But listen, we love you though, man. Take care, man. Have a good one.
Good night. God bless.
Shout out to Ethan. I was gonna call him Isaac, his son. I tell you what, man. Let's go with some star comments here, and what's going on? We got Jimmy Nail. I'm not Jimmy Nail. What's his name going on in the background? Anyway, let's go with the super chat. Not the super chat. Start comments. We got many of them. Waiting for Chris to call in. Love it. Says AKD. Travoy, the CEO, need to do his job and sack Howe now. I think it might be a little bit reactive, if I'm not being honest with you. Gavin Fuller, they adjusted to us playing man for man, but Eddie didn't change anything since Gavin. World Captain Bruno. City and Chelsea have been as embarrassed as us this season in the Champions League. Okay, well, maybe so. Maybe you can talk about City in the first leg a little bit, but 7-2, 8-3, that's a big one. Paul Whitfield, listen, that was disappointing in second half, but you lads don't have talk some crap.
Rubbish.
Get a grip, man. Deal with the disappointment like adults. Stop hoeing all your toys out the front. Hey, I know what the word hoeing means now since last show. So there you go. Shout out to Paul Whitfield there. Interesting opinion, and I respect. This is uncensored, man, for all Newcastle United fans to have their say. Travoy, oh no, but we read that one. Irish Toon Assassin says first half looked like men, second half looked like boys. Some looked like they felt sorry for themselves. Ooh. Carl Siggy says we have punched above our weight in the Champions League this year. We have shown flashes of brilliance and given great account of ourselves. At this point, the season hinges on Sunday's result. Sunday's result. That's what I'm telling you. When the pressure on that game is just hard to take. Mavis Smith, I didn't think it's damaged our reputation because Spurs, Chelsea, City were just as bad as the collective. The Prem was bad. It says that's the Prem. Best by a mile. Everybody else, Farmers League. Yeah, there you go. Tafila. Shout out to Gordon. He's had a memorable season. One of the positives to take from this Champions League. Oh, man.
You're out your mind, man.
There you go. Yeah, all the penalties. Vendera's comment that the Premier League is behind Spain, and it's because the Premier League has placed financial restrictions on the league and stop us competing. They are sacrificing the Premier League to keep us doomed, says Vendera. Addy Bird, there's some absolute melts in here. We lost 7-2, man. You kind of would expect that, don't you? Michael, Saudi owners need to find a way to put money in like top 6 clubs. Let's face it, it's only a 10 million fine. I guess if you spend all the money, 10 million fine. No, you can get relegated, though, if you really wanted to. But I don't know. Now, Chelsea, they don't get anything. We'll see what happens with Man City's 115 charges. So if they're lenient
after 3.5 years,
if they're lenient, punishments, I say go for it, man. Go for it. That performance was undefendable. There you go. Gas NUFC. This has been the story of all season. It's not even losing to Barca. It's the manner, exactly. The defense is absolutely chronic. Oof. I mean, criminal. Man.
Well, it wasn't the first half to a degree.
Well, actually it was, though, because look at their goals. How did they score their goals?
Yeah, exactly.
Irish Toon says, win, but Eddie, he could have shown the team and fans some fight and get on the sideline shouting at the players. Jason gets booked for it. He has to stop. So surely Eddie has to take over. Mark Thorpe, get Gordon off with no passion for the tune, says Mark. Mercury Dime, has anyone mentioned Ramsdale yet? Yes, we mentioned him, but I didn't think it's fair to mention him. I mean, like I said, he was the plumber in the Titanic, man. What are you gonna say? Blame him for not plugging the holes? It is what it is. Them cheap English boats, man. You gotta get some proper American-made boats. They don't go down. Ulfer said, there's Iceland Ulfer there in the house. Sunderland only win when they sit back and defend. They usually don't score one goal. I'm not worried about their attack. I'm worried about us conceding against them. I think that's what he's saying. Vendetta, exactly. We are happy to take part club. Oh, that's what win wants. Yeah, you're a happy to take part fan. Ooh, man, give me some booze, man. We don't want them. Get them fans out. What club, man? Out what club? We got a super chat there from Alusala. Talk the players need Champions League is funny. They are the reason there is no Champions League with their poor play. We just need to focus on next season, says Alusala. Alusala, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you for that one. More comments here. The Bebes, Newcastle are happy to take part FC. Well. There's zero effort when there's your answer when you were asking questions about what happened. So there you go. Listen, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Why was there
I don't know.
0-1?
I don't know. One more. Gavin Howes, I'll feel a little better if I see Liverpool go out here as well.
No. Still got to keep the coefficient up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. Anyways, listen. Oh, actually, one more. Nicole Evermere, something like that, says, I really wonder how we played so well from a strong first half until the penalty and then so poorly after that. Well, that's going to be the question that we...
That is the burning question of the day.
That is...
How can you go from the team in that first half performance to the team in the second half performance?
That's right.
And
that's it. That's the answer.
With a knee.
That's the answer. That's the answer. That's it. There you go. There you go. Listen, folks. Look, it is unfortunate that we got eliminated from the Champions League. It is unfortunate that we got eliminated from the Champions League, but what can we do? We just got to ride with the wave and make it to Sunday, and hopefully we can somewhat make it right to the fans. Anyways, thank you very much indeed. We'll see you in the next one tomorrow, of course, Thursday. I'm sure the Daily Mail Confidential will be out. Some things that we can talk about. I think the late night show hosted by Tim, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to look at the road up. But Tim, and then we got Peter, we got Win, we got everybody. That's a late night show, early night show, of course, with Christina, Boki, and
Boki, you'll be out firing shots.
Boki's going to be knackered, man. But anyways, we will see you tomorrow, folks. Take care. And away the last super chat there from Mark Thorpe. What do you think, man?
Logic makes no sense defending when you're losing. HB. You're not sure what the HB is.
Happy birthday.
When you're losing at half time, maybe it's HB instead of HT.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you.
No sense anyway.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Away the lads.
Away the lads.
Player ratings for members coming up next. Become a member right now and join Michael and Ian Mackay with the player ratings right now, folks.